When it goes on Micah chapter 6, reading from verse 9 to 16, and we're just going to learn at some of the sins that Israel had fallen into. Verse 9 says, "The voice of the Lord will call to the city, and it is sound wisdom to fear your name. Hear, O tribe, who has appointed its time?" God has appointed this time, the judgment's coming. Verse 10, "Is there yet a man in the wicked house, along with treasures of wickedness, and a short measure that is cursed?" And then he starts with some things that they've got into. "Can I justify wicked scales and a bag of deceptive weights?" One of the things is a nation turns away from God, they get money driven, and it's all about getting every bit of money they can, and part of that is becoming deceptive as they sell things for the wrong weights and the wrong quality and the wrong this and the wrong that, and so it becomes very and we see that even in government today. Verse 12, "For the rich men of the city are full of violence." It's the second thing we see. With the deception and the riches comes violence. "Her residents speak lies." It's another thing. We see a lot of lies being spoken, because now if you've got deceptive weights, you've got to cover your sin, and there's lies that get spoken. "And their tongue is deceitful in their mouth. So also I will make you sick, striking you down, desolating you because of your sins." And so sickness then follows that sin, because what happens often, many sins, specifically sexual immorality, you sin against your own body and you make your body sick, and that's why there's so much AIDS in our nation, and so we become sick, and you see the consequences is that we also never become satisfied. Look what it says in verse 14, "You will eat, but you will not be satisfied, and your vileness will be in your midst." Your mind is consumed with these acts, and as you get involved with these acts, you're never satisfied. So your body and your flesh is desiring, but when you get what you desire, you're not satisfied. "And you'll try remove for safekeeping, but you will not preserve anything. And what you do preserve, I will give to the sword." And so God will not bless those deceptive ways, those that sexual immorality or whatever sin you may be involved with. The gain that you get out of that comes to nothing. In Psalm 107 verse 18 it says, "There a soul abhorred all kinds of food, and they drew near to the gates of death." And just like when you're dying of cancer, you don't desire food. They desire food, but when they get it, it doesn't satisfy. Verse 15, "You'll sow, but you will not reap. You'll tread the olive, but will not anoint yourself with oil." You don't enjoy the fruits of your hands. "And the grapes, but you will not drink wine." Verse 16, "The statutes of Omri," which is an evil king, "and all the works of the house of Ahab was very evil, are observed." So they follow the wicked men's practices, "and in their devices you will walk. Therefore I will give you up for destruction, and your inhabitants for derision, and you'll bear the reproach of my people." And so just a warning to us all not to go down that path, not to allow the flesh to entice us and start to get involved with wicked things. Amen.